good for the heads-up players.
From the Lodge Mahal in beautiful Austin, Texas, folks, Monday afternoon, and its final table of the Mini Monster. Over 282 entries, each paying $300, and it's down to these 9 gentlemen. My name's Slick Rick. I will be your commentator today. We might have a few guests join me. Anastasia is the first dealer in the box. I think we've got Anastasia and Lisa dealing. Safi is our game host, and there's CryptoMax with the crabs on the button, going all in for his 3.7 million. It's a little over 7 big blinds. Blinds are 250,000, 500,000, 500,000. CryptoMax is one of the short stacks at the table, and he will take that one down. We will go around the table. In seat 1 is Joey. Came to the table with 16.2 million chips. He's got a hand mob of about $3,900. CryptoMax, seat 2, a cash player primarily, plays a lot on our live stream. Came to the table with 3.7 million, has a hand mob of $1,700. So those two guys already have their biggest win ever, because everyone at this table is locked up $10,364. Gary's in seat 3 from Austin with 5.9 million. Brendan Kaufman, a tournament crusher with about 275,000. A Hendon mob, came to the table with 4.8 million. Judd Tigerman came to the table with 10.1 million. Jorge Pena, otherwise known as Chubbs, in seat 6. Great guy from the Rio Grande Valley, came to the table with 5 million. And Brendan with aces here in the hand 2, and we'll continue going around the table after this hand. We'll tell you the chip values. There are 4 chip colors on the table. Brendan fires out 500,000 and will take it down. Aces, the second hand of the day. Finish going around the table. So Chubbs is in seat 6. He's from the Rio Grande Valley, Edinburgh. He's a dealer and runs the live stream down for TCH. We've got 40-minute levels today. Christopher's in seat 7. He goes by All Pure. He was All Pure yesterday. Came to the table with 12.4 million chips. Anthony in seat 8 with 5.6 million chips, and Peter in seat 9 with 8.3 million chips. Had a good talk with All Pure pre-stream. Business owner, reaching for chips. So the chip values, those candy cane oversized chips, the white ones with the red markings, those are 1 million in denomination. The purple oversized chips, those are 500,000 denomination. Red chips are 100,000, and the sky blue are 25,000. So we're going to start the day with 4 different chip colors on the table. Roughly 71.5 million chips in play. Appreciate everybody joining us. We will be here until we crown a winner. Up top, $103,000. Everyone here is locked up at least $10,364. That will be 9th place money. And for the majority of these guys, could be their biggest cash ever. Gary with the jacks, gonna go all in. He's got about 11 big blinds.
$5,675,000.
Say that again.
$5,675,000.
All pure with in the big blind. Is not going to defend this with K9 Wolf. And Gary will take it down. Gary from Austin, the family man, finished runner-up in a 2015 WSOP event. He's Hendon Mob, about 447,000. Interesting story with Gary, and there's a look at our beautiful trophy that the player who wins is going to take home with him. Gary in seat 3 during COVID was in a coma and forgot when he came out of his coma, he had to relearn how to play poker. And it's been a long way back for Gary, and glad everything has worked out. Anthony right there from San Antonio, plays a lot at Lodge Card Club over there in seat 8 down in San Antonio. Loves pickleball, plays full time, has a Hendon Mob of about 288,000. So pretty accomplished tournament player. Crypto Max wearing the Hidden Layer. Shout out to Tito and the fine folks at Hidden Layer. They were a sponsor of our live stream at one point. Great company. All Pure, one of the chip leaders here with 12.4 million chips. All Pure was involved in a big hand late last night against Crypto Max. Crypto Max tried to bluff on the river 2 million chips, and All Pure hit his 9 for a pair of 9s and ultimately made the call, and that was a huge hand for All Pure. Typically in tournaments, the larger stacks try to stay away from each other whenever possible. Talking with Crypto Max earlier, and you know, he's mainly a cash player, so it's different when you make a play like that in cash, and you can always pull more money out of your pocket. But with tournaments, you can't. Don't get to make too many mistakes playing tournaments. Table is really quiet at this point. Imagine there's some nerves for a lot of folks. So Joey will get a walk here. At any time, you can see the chip stacks up at the top of your view right there. We will play 40-minute levels. The players will go on a break in about 2 hours. But you won't, because I've got the flux capacitor all gassed up and ready to go. So we will fly through the break together in about 2 seconds and not have to experience any waiting. So we played till about 10:30 last night to get to when we came on air around 6 or 7 p.m. last night. We had 44 players and played down to the 9. We will go as long as it takes today. Any guesses from Chatsville on how many hands it will take in this final table?
All in.
All in from Gary.
25.
Gary again with jacks. That's the second time he's had jacks in 9 hands. Anthony in the hijack, who had made the original raise, be 4.5 million. Be for his tournament life if he makes this call. And don't think you want to drive home saying, why did I make a call with King 9? So he's going to lay it down. And Gary's starting to chip up. 8.3 million. He came to the table
Hard to be dead.
with 5.9 million. So he's already in 9 hands. Already increased. And into the bunker comes our good friend, the Pitmaster General. Cam Mixon, mixing it up. What's up?
What's going on, Rick? Happy to be here.
So we're going to get some knowledge from one of the great tournament players around. Cam had always a deep runs in our tournaments, but had a real deep run last year at the World Series of Poker main event.
72nd.
And,
no big deal.
And looking to improve on that this year.
That'd be awesome.
Judd went to Michigan. That's why he's wearing the Michigan hoodie.
Yeah, you can't wear a college sweatshirt if you've never gone to that college. I mean, even a semester.
I hear you. Brendan Fraser, I know you know Brendan Fraser, Brendan Kaufman. Brendan Fraser is an actor. Brendan Kaufman is right there. He's a lodge crusher. Talking with him earlier, and I said, you know, it's your time. He fired 13 bullets. So Brendan, he had to finish in the final table to make money in this tournament.
Oh, he feels great right now. Have you ever done that, Rick? Fired enough bullets to where you needed a
No.
top 6 finish?
I'm not a multi-bullet kind of guy. You are. What's the most bullets you've ever fired in a tournament?
Ooh, in a single tournament, I think like 22.
22.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
up there.
0.25.
Joey's going to raise here. Joey likes to play golf. His Hendon Mob, as we mentioned, $3,900. So both Joey and CryptoMax, relatively not much in the historical Hendon Mob. And Gary is going to lay down another pocket pair. Lays down a snowman.
Brendan has a easy decision, I think, here.
All in.
Just 5 big blinds. He's going to put it all in.
Yep.
And there's
Oh,
the aces
no.
for Judd.
What is it?
Wow. Anastasia starting out dealing the coolers. She wants this to end quick.
Really bad. God damn, dude. GG.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
So Brendan is going to need maybe 10 queen king.
You're gonna do it too.
Yeah, that's one way. There's 2 jacks available. Maybe he can
Why?
He's got
get those.
2 possible flushes,
Yeah.
and it's going to be in trouble. Needs some.
Running king queen or running jack in. That's it.
That's it. So Brendan is going to finish in 9th place, and he's going to walk out of here with $10,364.
Jack as well.
That's not too bad.
And you know, he fired 13 bullets, so he's got a profit of over $6,000.
Yeah, 13 times 3.
3,900.
Not too bad.
There's the setup hand.
That's more than I made in this tournament.
Wait for it.
So there goes the chair. Safi is playing the part of the chairmanator.
I know.
She will get rid of the chair.
What does Judd have on his chips
I
there?
think you shoving made every.
It almost looked like a little block of tofu, but maybe it's like a
Yeah,
little
old ace jack.
gold bar or
I
something.
knew he was fucked.
I do not know.
Like, don't-
But now
when you
he's
said how, yeah, that's what I was.
close to the chip leader. Joey's sitting at 15.3 and Judd and All Pure
Either shove.
Three stacks,
14.
all bunched up together.
Chubbs is going to have to make a move. He and CryptoMax sitting 7 big blinds. Anthony with about 9 big blinds. Looks like Anthony went all in, and he will take it down. So what are you thinking when you have 7, 6, 7 big blinds? You're just looking for an ace? What are you looking for? Because the blinds are coming very quick.
They come quick. I mean, at this point, right, when you still have eight or 9 players at the table, you have a little bit more
I did have 2
leeway to
No, it-
fold,
every other
see some more hands. You know, you're
it was like
between your button and your big blind, you get 5 or 6 hands compared to if it starts to get shorter, getting maybe 2, 3, 4 hands. Got a little bit more room to fold, but if you're trying to win the tournament, you're trying to get more chips.
So everybody's laddered up. 8th place, $13,829. So everybody's already made $3,500 due to Brendan's exit.
See, Anthony goes ahead and shoves the king queen suited under the gun for almost 10 bigs. 9 bigs right there. Gets through.
Chubbs was telling me that he got a lot of folks back home saying, hey, why does Slick Rick not like you? I love Chubbs.
Spread out big guy.
Let me go on the record right now. I think he's an amazing guy. Very funny, very nice guy from Edinburgh, Texas. Slick Rick, all the love in the world for Chubbs.
And he's a great player. Very, very good player. Plays a lot of cash around Texas.
Yeah, and he helps out with their live stream down in the valley.
He does. I know one of his bigger tournament scores was winning a big one out in Houston area. He and I have played a lot together.
I asked him how he got the nickname Chubbs. He said he gave it to himself.
What do you think about self-given nicknames?
They usually don't work, but in this case, I like it.
All pure in the small blind. Ace-8 suited.
All Pure had about 2 hours last night. He got pocket kings 4 or 5 times. He was running All Pure. He runs a boutique staffing agency here in town, All Pure. Playing for about 14 years. It's about $300,000 in tourney winnings. And there you see the payouts. Brendan finished in 9th.
This is my favorite part of the tournament. Now we start to see the big money. People really have decisions. I know that it seems like everybody's sort of short stacked right now, but
1.25.
the levels are a bit longer than they were yesterday. There's some playability here.
I wonder if Gary is chewing the same piece of gum he had last night. He actually was destroying that piece of gum last night, and he's off to another good start. Big Slick suited for Joey. Raises to 1.2 million. Joey's off to a nice start.
I don't know Joey.
Joey came to the table with about 16.2 million, so he's already added to his stack. There you see the stacks. Joey is the chip leader. Short stacks at the table. We got 3 players under 10 bigs. Anthony, CryptoMax, and Chubbs. With Chubbs in trouble. 5 big blinds.
I mean, I think with the elimination of Brendan already, that's pretty good for everybody else at the table. He's a tough player.
Hold on.
Obviously an Austin regular, and here we go.
The pride of the valley. The Rio Grande Valley. Chubbs all in with the
2.5.
pocket 6s. And Anthony wakes up with crabs, which is never a fun thing.
A pretty interesting spot for him, I think. He's got Chubbs covered by almost 2x, but 2 players left to act behind him. Pocket 3s, definitely not the strongest hand in our range here. And yeah, he lays it down.
Especially with people behind him. Peter with the Gretzky hand. Wearing the old rounders, which is now the Lodge.
And he puts it all in.
He goes all in with the Gretzky.
Look where.
Wow. Joey folded 6-3 too, so Chubb's looking for a 1-outer, I believe.
Looking for a red 6.
Got some running cards, and that's not the running cards.
That'll do it.
Again.
Chubbs, great guy. He will finish in 8th place and walk out of here with $13,829.
Same, Peter. Thanks.
It's a pretty good weekend.
And he will take the 6-hour drive back to Edinburgh with a smile on his face, and hopefully he's enjoyed himself.
What did you fold?
Pocket pair as well. Smaller than his.
Is it really 6 hours all the way out there? That seems impossible.
It's pretty far. Depends how fast you drive. Down to 7. 17 hands in. All pure with a pocket pair. He's got the sailboats.
Like he's gonna just call. CryptoMax checks in the big blind.
CryptoMax just with 5 bigs. Going to be
And
getting
he's
out of
just gonna
this.
get way out of the way there.
CryptoMax came to the table.
Has CryptoMax ever played a tournament before, by the way?
He has. He's got a Hinder Mob of $1,700. But $3.7 million, he came to the table with, yeah, and he's already laddered up. So, but let me tell you something about CryptoMax. He's not playing for 8th place, 7th place.
I mean, if you have the word crypto in your name,
He's
you better not be folding and have a VPIP of 0 and
I don't think
try
he's
and ladder up.
yeah, I don't think he's the ladder up kind of guy.
Doesn't seem.
Slick Rick, on the other hand, I'm like a fireman. I love to ladder. Big shout out to our moderators, as always, Jim Bonix, VW Bug, and the one and only Yoda of Chatsville.
I saw Jim Bonix yesterday or the day before giving a tour to a few people that he was playing cash with. I think he took all the money off the table from the other players and it was going to break. And he said, you know what? I'll give these guys a tour of the lodge that have never been here. And I met those guys.
Nice.
He's a good guy. I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I like that guy, Jim Bonix.
Jim Bonix, absolutely. So it looks like we have a raise and a call.
I believe so. Joey, I think, opened from the button and then call out of the big blind from Gary, I believe. With the queen-8 suited, it looks like.
Heads up. There's the queen for
Okay.
Gary and a 3 for Joey. Joey goes all in, and a snap call from Gary.
Wow.
This is for Gary's tournament life.
This is a interesting spot from Joey to put Gary all in right here. Gary had, I mean, his count says 6.275 million. It's
Looking for an ace or a 3. Doesn't come.
Yeah, that's a very big jam from Joey. Just expecting that Gary misses the queen 3 deuce flop a lot. He has a queen though and snaps.
So Gary, who came to the table with about 12 bigs.
You see that bubble he just blew? I mean, that
Yeah.
was quite the celebration for that pot. Yeah, now
He's got about 30 bigs, 31 big
he
blinds
goes
now.
from basically exactly middle of the pack to chip leader. And Joey is not happy with himself about that jam, I'm sure.
So when that kind of stuff happens, you got to shake it off quick. How do you shake things off like that when you might make an error?
I mean, I think about everything. Each hand is different, and just move on. I think I learned that when I was playing golf when I was younger in high school, playing competitively and being like, all right, each shot is a new shot, or each hole is a new hole. You might get double bogey on one hole, and then go to the next. You have to erase that from your mind and just say, you walk up and hit a new shot, right? That's how poker is. It's the same way.
And good coaches will always say, don't let one shot, one bad move beat you twice.
Absolutely.
But it's easier said than done as Peter hits his ace.
And I know that's true. We've all fallen victim to that. I don't care who you are and what you want to say. Everybody has fallen victim to tilt, positive and negative. Winner's tilt is a thing too.
There you see the stacks. You've got 2 players, Anthony and CryptoMax. CryptoMax in a little bit of a trouble right now. He's got 5 bigs. And there's only 7 players, so the blinds come around very quickly.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about. Verse 9 to 7 is a huge difference when you have 8 big blinds, 5 big blinds, obviously.
1.25.
Joey has been one of the most aggressive players coming in.
Yeah, even though Crypto Max is that short, he's just not finding a hand that he can get it in with.
All pure in the big blinds, going to defend, it looks like. With Queen 4 offsuit.
Pretty wide defend, but
It's
he
his
does-
4.
He does hit that 4. Joey he's going for it. $1 million gets called.
Another spade for Joey.
Yeah, he picks up a lot of equity with that turn and goes all in.
Ace, 3, 9, spade. Lots of outs. You see the equity, all pure 59%. Joey's all in.
This is a tough spot for all pure. I mean, if he can suss this out, it would be a fantastic call. But with as many chips as he has right now, it's going to be pretty tough. And he lays it down. Yeah, that's a tough call with 3rd pair in that spot.
So Joey's getting rewarded with his aggression.
Yeah, he gets a bunch back right there. He was still thinking about that hand where he just went all in and lost. Had to get a little bit of vengeance. think the toughest part,
Oh.
if you're in Crypto Max's shoes, is being disciplined and patient.
Which is not necessarily a characteristic of a cash player.
Not typically.
So it looks like Anthony with ace queen is going to go all in, and all pure's being put to the test early. He was the one being very aggressive last night. Tonight,
Well, it's easy to be aggressive when you have kings 5 times or whatever
Yeah.
it was that you said.
yeah, it was a lot. Very nice guy. I was joking last night that he didn't talk very much and always looked very serious. But meeting him pre-stream, really nice guy. And he's just intense. You know, people at the poker table, they kind of take a different mindset a lot of times of when they're off the table versus on the felt. Like turning a switch, becoming a different type of person.
There's a few people that are like that. I had a discussion with somebody last night that we were talking about a handful of players that are like that.
Skull gets intense when he's at the table.
Yeah, Skull. Maybe too intense sometimes.
Only 4 because of the rounder's jacket.
I don't know if it's poker or if it's the toothpicks.
Yeah, he goes through the toothpicks. Folks, this is the Mini Monster. It was a $300 buy-in tournament, 2,882 entries. There were over 20 flights here in the Austin Club, another 9 flights in the San Antonio Club. And, folks, we've got some amazing news to tell you. I shared with you last night, and after this hand, I'll share with you again. Some exciting stuff coming around the corner.
Raise.
Both players whiff on this flop, but it's going to be Peter who fires out, and aggression pays. So, folks, I told you I've got some news for you. How about this, folks? The Behemoth $100,000 free roll, June 26th through July 6th. Here's what's going to happen. $40 entry fee, plus you're going to have the opportunity for $20 rebuys and add-ons. 10 days of starting flights. You could win a heap of money, and you could just spend $40 for winning a heap of money. It's the Behemoth $100,000 free roll coming in just a few weeks, June 26th through July 6th.
You know what, Rick? I'll buy you into that. $40.
Judd with ace jack.
Judd with ace jack makes it pretty big here.
There it is, Crypto Max going all in, making his stand with K9 Wolf.
Yeah, he's got 500K out there already in the big blind. Another 500K for the ante, but stack under 2 million, under 4 big blinds essentially.
A jack right in the window for Judd. Crypto Max looking for a king. Now a king or a 10. There's
Wow.
the king,
There it
Crypto
is.
Max.
There it is. Okay, he's got some life,
Crypto Max now with 10 bigs.
and his patience gets rewarded. We see that. If you look at those chip distributions up top now, Crypto Max with just under 5 million, Anthony just under 5 million, and then everybody else about around.
See you another day.
There's 3 around 10 million and 2 around 15.
CryptoMax still the short stack, but at least a little breathing room if he wants to go an orbit or two without playing a hand.
That gave him a lot more life, for sure.
Great shot of our studio. Under the lights. Playing for a beautiful trophy and $103,000. What a way to start the week. Winning $103,000 and a beautiful trophy.
Anthony with ace queen here. No, I know Anthony, believe he final tabled a monster stack at WSOP in 2021 or so. So he's an experienced player.
Gary in the big blind wants to defend, it looks like.
1.1.
He is. He's going to defend the big.
We'll see 3.
Dominated here, though. Both players with the queen, but Anthony with the ace in his hand.
Neither player find anything on that flop. Anthony gonna c-bet about 800. Gary lays it down quickly. Nice pot for Anthony there. Yeah, at this point, the blinds are so high. And you have that 10 big blind stack, that sub 10 big blind stack, pardon me.
Big shout out to Westlake Matt, a.k.a. Trust Fund Matt. Finished 4th in a $5,000 buy-in PLO event out at the World Series of Poker for over $200,000.
Yeah, what a run from him. Playing with some of the best PLO players in the world, some of the best players in the world, but
He had to play with that guy who tanks Martin.
Martin Cabral,
Yeah,
he's quite the character.
He's a character.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan, but congrats to Matt. Bring that money back home, young man.
I never claimed to be a huge fan, but now I do want to get Matt's opinion. I saw some articles, some hands, and some instances of the clock being called.
Yeah. So Gary raises with deuce 3 in the small blind in a battle of the blinds. Judd looks like he is going to defend.
Yeah, he does, but he definitely doesn't love it with just king 4 off. Little does he know he's way ahead.
It's a pair.
But
Gary.
he flops the pair, backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight.
Judd looking for a 6, 4, or king.
And it's gonna
I'm
be
sorry, Judd is looking for a 6, 4, or king.
gonna be hard for him to call, I believe. That bet, yeah. Gary takes it down.
Appreciate everybody joining us today on a special Monday afternoon final table. June 2nd. Blinds are about to go up next hand. They will be going up to 300,000, 600,000, 600,000.
Yeah, that cuts everybody down just a tad.
All in.
All in from CryptoMax with suited Broadway cards for 4.4 mil.
Yeah, he wants to get that through and does.
There you go.
Good pickup for him. He picks up 1.25 million.
Yeah. Stealing blinds, so important. After 2 quick eliminations, we are sitting at 7 players.
Judd on the button. The ace 3 off. He's going to open it to 1.3, it looked like. And Anthony, 5.4 million in his stack in the big blind. This is a tough spot. Queen 7 off. He lets it go. Yeah, no need to put more chips in there.
Players are about 1 hour from taking their first break of the day. Blinds are 40-minute levels. I mean, the levels are 40 minutes in duration today during the final table. They were 30 minutes for the tournament as a whole. Over 400 people already tuning in from all over the world. We appreciate it.
Anthony with an ace in the small blind now. Just under 10 bigs.
On.
He's going to go all in.
Peter with king 10 suited. This is
Anastasia will give a count to Peter.
Peter has a lot of chips here.
For
Second
about
in
a third
chips.
of his chips if he makes this call.
Or he makes the call and is right, or if he happens to get lucky when he's wrong, he becomes a pretty substantial chip leader already. He lays it down though.
And Anthony's going to show 1 card. Don't know if he showed the ace or the 6.
Don't get any more chips.
I'm going to assume that he showed the ace in this spot.
I'm thinking maybe just a couple more of these.
Why couldn't you just make it like 1.3?
Because then you put me in a tough spot. You either outplay me in position, or you just rip it on me.
Yeah, Crypto Max yawning, looks a little bit bored. This isn't the cash game that he wants to be playing.
CryptoX is headed out to Vegas for about a month to play in some World Series of Poker events. So he's using this as a tune-up. He's good buddies with Jay-Win and the fellas. I think he's sharing a place with Jay-Win this summer.
Yeah, he and I were talking about that a couple days ago. I think that he'll
Didn't we fight enough
play a
yesterday?
few tournaments,
I
but
happen to still be on your left.
end up playing some cash games
I had defendable.
Well,
I had deuce.
instead.
I normally
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I'm here now. It's my
But you never know. You can just go out there like Westlake Matt, get 4th for 200K. Start the summer out like that. Now all of a sudden, your schedule changes quite a bit. All pure. I like this open. King 7 of hearts.
Can I see how much you're playing, please?
Yeah, sure.
Anthony with the jacks in the cutoff. How much is he going to raise here?
All of his chips.
Oh,
Going to
There it
put it
is.
all in.
There it is.
I see.
And
Easy
we'll take
fold.
it down. This
Easy
time he
fold.
shows both. Anthony's showing a lot of cards, getting a little advertising out early.
Well, now we went from Anthony was around the 5 mil mark with Crypto Max. He's up into the 10 mil mark now.
The Crypto Max still under 10 bigs. With these blinds, nobody has a huge amount of chips. 26 bigs in one hand, you could be in trouble.
There's a lot of all in or fold right now, for sure. And depending on how fast we see players bust, it might be like that for the rest of the tournament. But you never know. You might see 2 or 3 players bust
0.35.
in the next 15, 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden, you have some 35, 40 big blind stacks. Gary with Queen 8 suited. He defended the Queen 8 offsuit, I believe, last orbit, or maybe 2 orbits ago, and so I assume he's going to defend this. He'll go 2 ways to the flop.
There's the 8 for Gary. Joey does have the only diamond in his hand on a 3-diamond board.
Yeah, but it's the 4 of diamonds. You're not feeling super pumped about that.
Joey continues his aggression. He is all gas, no brakes today. Seems
I
like he
that.
seems like he came here today on a mission, but here's the little min click.
It's a good raise from Gary. I like that.
Little
And
min click.
The all diamond board. Suss out what Joey's going to c-bet with.
Lisa looks like she is ready to come in and give Anastasia her first break of the day. We'll have a 2-dealer rotation. OG Lisa and the pride of Ukraine, Anastasia. 2 of our best dealers.
Peter with ace-9 off in the hijack, gonna raise it on up.
All in, man. Joey is playing like he's double parked.
Peter. This is not the hand you want to be calling off with. In Peter's shoes. We haven't seen him play very many hands so far. I imagine Joey's gonna get this through. Very nice spot for Joey too. The jam here.
Gonna lay it down. And aggression pays once again for Joey.
So you do respect me? Or you just like me? I'll take both.
And we're going to have a change of dealer at this time. Let's hear from our stream sponsor, Club WPT Gold. Do you want to play in a free roll tournament with $1 million in prizes up for grabs? Club WPT Gold is giving away 1,000 tickets to their 1 million Sweeps Coins Gold Rush free roll. If you want in on the action, sign up for Club WPT Gold with code LODGE. Gold Rush ticket free rolls will be running every day from May 18th through July 6th. The sooner you sign up, the more chances you'll have to win a coveted ticket. Head over to clubwptgold.com and sign up with code LODGE today. Club WPT Gold is the newest sweepstakes model online poker platform available in the majority of the U.S. and Canada. Go to clubwptgold.com today. Sign up using code LODGE. Start playing today.
Have you played anything on WPT Gold, Rick?
I have. It's a fun site.
I've enjoyed it also.
Come on, man.
Oh, here we go. All pure, the jam and the big blind. Gonna take it down.
You know who else played a lot on Club WPT Gold is Mr. Doug Polk, who will appear once again June the 11th at Odds Bar and Bistro for our second open mic comedy night. Slick Rick scheduled to appear, Doug Polk, and many others. So come on out to Odds Bar and Bistro, which is right next door to the lodge, and it's open mic comedy night, Wednesday, June 11th, 8 p.m. Great cocktails, great food, and then maybe even afterwards, we'll walk on over, play a little poker.
You know, it's pretty interesting. Skull Mike got you to jump out of an airplane. I think that you might be able to get Skull Mike to go up and do a couple minutes of stand-up comedy.
I think I could.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen, actually.
1.2.
Judd raises the button, ace-3 off, all pure with ace-jack off. He's going to be putting the chips in here.
Call.
Just calling here in the small blind. And over to Anthony in the big blind. And he's going to defend the big blind. So 3 ways to a flop, something we haven't seen in a while. 3, 4, 6 board. Judd hits a pair.
And Judd hits his pair, but both of the blinds just called. So you don't really love bottom pair still here. See if Anthony susses out anything from Judd here. I think all pure is going to save his chips. He didn't put them in pre-flop. Seems like 3 ways it might not be the best time to put them in.
Lays it down.
Anthony lays it down too. Judd makes it work.
Hell yeah.
It's golden.
Judd said he and his son went to University of Michigan, Wolverines. He likes to play the guitar, golf, and supposedly mixing. like you, he is somewhat of a pitmaster. Now, you're
Nice.
a legit pitmaster, which, you know, you used to make me and Skull some of the tastiest barbecue ever. That has not happened in a while.
Yeah, I think I need to do that again soon.
I would love it.
We'll see. We lost power from that storm Wednesday night for 2 days.
I heard about that. I was in Vegas. Austin had like 2.5 inches of rain in 15 minutes. So here's another all-in from Anthony, and he'll take that down.
It is a weapon.
So you still don't have power?
No, we do now. We do
Oh.
now. We got it back
Jeez.
Saturday afternoon.
Wow, you went several days
Yeah,
without
was
it.
like Wednesday at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night that it went out. I was up here, luckily.
My goodness. Yeah, Austin got a pretty bad. It was like a 20-minute, from what I understand, it was like a 20-minute just barrage.
Yeah, it was some
Just
bursts
pummeled.
of some big rain, just pillows that dropped down, and hail, and it was a fast-moving storm though.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was up here and didn't get hit with it. Got Peter with King 9 off in the small blind. Gonna raise it. Haven't seen a lot of action out of Peter yet. Joey, he's looking to play pots. Either player connect with that 10-4-3 rainbow board. But Joey, I think, has some intentions. But 800K out there. Peter may be picking up on how Joey's been playing so far.
Both players with absolutely nothing.
A great card for Peter. It's up gutter. Check and let Joey bluff. See how much Joey goes for here. He hasn't slowed down yet today.
And he's not slowing down now. Looks like 1.3 million into 4.6.
Peter, although he has him covered by a bunch, not loving it still.
Yeah, he's got nothing. He's got king high.
Yep. I think if he calls the flop with king high here though, he's probably gonna want to see a river. But it's a tough spot for him for sure.
Gonna make the call. Way out in front, has no idea how far out in front he is. The ace from space, and Peter with the check mark with the king high.
Yeah, that's a card neither player like to see though, I think.
All in.
All in from Peter bluffing with the best
Wow.
hand.
Nice move from Peter though. Yeah, if he checks there and Joey goes all in, it's an impossible call basically with king high.
Bluffing there with the best hand, but still, it was a bluff. He had king high.
It was a bluff, but he sussed out.
There's the beautiful trophy. Look at that thing shine. The mini monster. Don't run with that trophy, folks. Don't run with the trophy.
All pure gonna open up the queen 10. Oh, pretty big too. 2.2 million, I believe. That's an interesting, interesting play in that spot. Don't think we need to get too far in depth about why I think that's good or bad, but I will say it's interesting at these stack depths anyway.
Well, after having 2 quick eliminations, we have not had an elimination in a while. Looks like we've got an all-in here, Joey.
Wow,
And CryptoMax.
There it is. Easy call.
Big slick. This is for CryptoMax tournament life.
Yep, but he dominates Joey.
Very patient. Both of these players, this will be their biggest tournament win ever already, no matter where they finish from here on out. There's the king for CryptoMax and
Joey
a
with
wheel
a
draw
gutter, yeah.
for Joey.
Not over.
2 pair now. Joey needs a 3, does not come, and Joey is going to be on fumes.
Yeah, CryptoMax with a very crucial double right now.
Joey with under 4 bigs. And CryptoMax continues to stay alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to CryptoMax. I've played a lot of hours with him in the cash game streets. Maybe I can convince him to come over to the tournament side, the dark side, so to speak.
I think CryptoMax thinks every minute he's away from a cash table is lost opportunity. So you may have a losing battle there, but he could play a few tournaments. I think he prefers cash.
Anthony with the ace 9-0, the low jack. Gonna open it. Interesting dynamic off just under 18 bigs. CryptoMax wakes up with the ace jack suited.
Gonna raise here. Looks like 2.2 million.
Very nice size from Max.
2.6 million.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice. You got 1 million chip, right?
We have roughly.
This is one of those weird spots that CryptoMax is putting in a 3-bet that effectively looks like it commits him when he has 2.6 out there and only 4.6 behind. But the very good players can mix in 3-bets that do exactly this with hands that are not nearly as strong as ace jack suited, and so when somebody jams, they can get away and fold. I don't think Anthony's going to be jamming the ace 9 offsuit here. He's just a little posturing for the camera and the TV time, but
Good bet.
Lays it down, and CryptoMax wins a couple in a row, and all of a sudden he's got 10 million chips. CryptoMax came to the table with 3.7 million to start the stream today. He had about 12 million, if I remember correctly, in a hand late last night against All Pure, where he tried to make a bluff on the river, and All Pure made the call with a pair of 9s, and CryptoMax since then has been trying to get it back, and he's almost there.
Anthony with queens.
Anthony all in with the ladies. Peter.
Effectively min clicking.
Uh-oh. Joey with the other pair of ladies.
Got 2 ladies.
All the queens have been distributed. These could be the most disgusting of all eliminations. Both players with same pocket pair and losing. I've seen it happen with aces before.
Oh, I've seen it happen a few times, but all pure king 8 suited. You see a raise at these stack depths, and then
You
a
can
jam.
you can see the equity. All pure actually has the best equity here with king 8 suited.
Actually ahead, but you know that you're behind also.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't answer.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I can only tell you.
No worries. No worries. No worries.
Yeah, I think he wants to know how much Anthony has behind is what he was asking.
I think he was questioning what was the raise and the re-raise, but we'll see.
Either way,
Yeah.
both of those questions shouldn't really be answered by the dealer.
Does lay it down.
And
So they're going to laugh, get a little giggle.
Oh,
Let's see if somebody gets a story to tell for the rest of their lives.
you want to take Joey and I'll take Anthony?
Sure.
All right.
Well,
Oh, no.
there's a chance for Anthony.
Just for a sweat.
Running hearts.
You guys.
Running hearts.
Oh my goodness.
Could it happen? Does not happen. Shop it up.
Very anticlimactic.
No one's debating. But I would do the same. So.
Man, I was on an awesome free roll right there.
You were.
I don't know, a sandwich?
We-
I don't know what we agreed
Yeah,
on.
we didn't decide on what we were betting on,
I
but
just assumed
Nice and
sandwich.
or something.
Good fold. Good fold.
That's
good
what I
fold.
put you on.
Skull and I haven't bet sandwiches in a while. I remember one night we were betting sandwiches and I lost. I was down 22 sandwiches in one night. I just could not hit anything. We started doubling it and tripling
I'm
it.
going to answer the real question.
I finally had to settle with I had to buy out of the bet.
Have you seen Skull? He's
I
like
made it 7 more. He made it.
shorter than I am, maybe like 155 pounds. Can he even eat 22 sandwiches in a year?
No, but it was because his raise was only 700 more than the
And
big
he
blind.
made it like 800 on top of that.
Judd, ace queen suited on the button. We like when we have good hands on the button here. Want to be aggressive on the button when we're in position, obviously, but Anthony gonna make the call. Surprised with the king 10 off, he's not gonna play back a little bit, but the dynamic of this table with all these pretty similar stacks really handcuffs Anthony to making that raise, and he's gonna lead out, which is pretty interesting. He says the 7-6-3 rainbow flop is much better for me in the big blind than it is for you on the button. Gets called, and now the 9 of diamonds turn. So Anthony with the gutter
There's the 10 for Anthony.
and hits his 10. He's got to feel good about his 10 after it checks.
It is
On
a
the turn.
4-liner to a straight.
Sure, but I think at this point you say if you have it, you have it. He's gonna bet, and if he gets re-raised all in,
Nice.
maybe he could find a fold. But yeah, Judd does just lay it down with the ace queen high. Pretty easy lay down, and I think that's an interesting line that Anthony just took. Got some more chips out of Judd on the flop.
Nicholas, oh, go ahead.
just unexpectedly. Sorry.
Yeah. Nicholas France in chat says, I've never been to Texas, but you bet your ass I'll be at the lodge the first time I visit. Nicholas France. Love it.
Come on down. We welcome everybody.
All in from Joey with about 5 big blinds with queen 7 suited under the gun. Says, I got a queen. I got 3 million chips.
Yeah, this is a bit of desperation mode here. It's not the best hand that we can have, clearly, but when you're down to 5 big blinds, pretty difficult to make a faltering mistake that with a suited Broadway card.
Peter makes the call. So this is for Joey's tournament life. We're in trouble here.
We're effectively going to see a flip, right? 60-40.
Lisa will give us 3. There's the queen for Joey.
See if he holds on. He's definitely going to hold on now.
So Joey will get the much-needed double up.
Wow, and now
Live.
look at the dynamic of the chips now. I mean,
He's sitting with 11 bigs.
but Gary only 16 mil. Everybody within 10 mil, which at this point is under 20 bigs, right?
Yeah.
So when you're chip leader in this right now, as Gary is, there we go. There we see it. 27,
Yeah.
Joey 12.
Move it up a little bit, actually. I need
That
to.
differentiation between those stacks is not very much.
No, it's one hand. One hand between the 27 and the 12?
Well, theoretically, in No Limit Hold'em, Rick, everything could be one hand.
Yeah. But, I mean, they basically flip spots in one hand if they got.
Absolutely. And this is going to be a clash of stacks here.
Here we go, folks. Cowboys, this was all Pure's hand last night. He had it about 4 times. First time he's got it today on hand number 44. What will he do here? 1.2 million to call. Got a couple people behind him.
Makes just the call, I think.
All in?
He does
no,
3-bet to 3.5, and Gary's going to go all in, and this is for All Pure's tournament life. For an 18 million chip pot, the biggest pot we've seen in this tournament.
This is a tournament defining moment. 866, All Pure still clean.
Gary needs a lady. Does not come. And All Pure is the chip leader right now at the table.
Wow. What a big hand.
18 million in that pot.
You're gonna give me.
There's only 71 million chips in play. So that was roughly 25% of the chips.
Yeah, you're feeling good when you have 25% of the chips in play with 7 left. I like our chances.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's over 1,100 folks watching from all over the world, almost 1,200. Let's do a little roll call. Let me know where you're tuning in from all over the world. Big shout out to Handpan Boy Band, otherwise known as Ricky. Ricky, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated.
Ricky is the man.
He
He
is
and I, good friends.
very
Last thing
generous.
I wanted to hear
He is very
"Clothes are
generous.
hot."
Very good guy, very good poker player.
Yes, always makes deep run. Deep run Ricky.
Yeah, I think he just won the Art of Poker
I had to throw the needle right out.
last week or 2 weeks ago, something like
there.
that,
More sweat than the dealer. Slow roll.
which is awesome. That's a hard tournament to win.
All in, Joey.
Joey is
He's just
getting after it today. I like it.
If it was suited, would you think about it?
Yeah, we'll see. He finds some marginally better hands. He is going to be getting called every time by marginally worse hands, I would think.
4 minutes left in this level. Next blind level will be 400,000, 800,000, 800,000. Players have about 45 minutes before they will go on their first break. Once again, the members, the citizens of Chatsville, do not take turning breaks. We have a flux capacitor that flies us through all breaks, so you will not have to wait at all. Imagine if you had a flux capacitor to wait in any line that you had to wait in.
Oh, that'd be incredible, but I'd rather have it for when I have long drives. This is going to be a clash year, too. Peter, min-raise.
We've seen queens a lot today. Crypto Max with Big Slick again.
And he's going to need to find an ace or a king.
8.8.
He's going to get called, I imagine.
Make it
Be a very, very tight fold from Peter, but
Oh, I can't imagine him folding.
still hasn't called yet.
This would be for Crypto Mac. He does.
There
He
it
makes
is.
the call. This is for Crypto Max Tournament Life. Needs an ace or a king. Another 18 million chip pot.
Yeah, see, now the chips are starting to fly. No help for Max yet. Does pick up the backdoor spade.
Looking for an ace or a king. There's the king
comes.
again. Crypto Max, the second time a river king saves him. And look at this. Crypto Max is the chip leader.
I mean, my goodness. Peter goes from chip leader to second in chips, barely.
800,000.
And now he is sitting on crumbs.
A king on the river twice saves Crypto Max from going home.
He must be royalty, Rick.
He says tournaments are easy. Look at that. He came as one of the shortest stacks when we came on air. Now he's at the top
Take a picture of that. Crypto Max at the top of the leaderboard
with 7 left.
at a tournament final table.
Take that one. Take it.
And Peter in seat 8. This is what we just said. You could go from the penthouse to the outhouse in one hand. My goodness. The king. Crypto Max new nickname is the River King. Twice.
All pure now, even in chips with Crypto Max effectively, and gonna raise to 2.2, which is huge.
Anthony with the Cowboys.
Huge at the 300, 600K with these stacks. Yeah, Anthony.
In the low jack. Lots of people behind him.
He's not worried about the strength of his hand. He's thinking about how do I get more chips in the pot from other players.
He does go all in.
I think all decisions there, the call and the fold, or no, the call and the raise and the all in are all on the table. Definitely not the fold. Yeah, all pure now. Queen jack off. Not looking too strong. Little TV time.
It's a good fold.
Interesting, Anthony tells him it's a good fold. Doesn't show anybody anything, but how do you feel about that, Rick, when somebody tells you, oh, that was a good fold, but they don't show you cards?
Yeah, I don't put too much into that. What about you? Do you care?
I never care, but I think that it can mean a multitude of things, right? Like in this instance, he was being genuine, so people can be genuine about what they say, obviously. Other times they can have a hand that they don't want to get called. Say he was shoving with king jack off over that open, right? Like he has right here in this hand. He gets the fold, and then he says good fold, right? He's saying good fold, trying to mean that it was genuine, but
8.5.
clearly it wouldn't be. Now we see
Aces for Joey.
the Rockets. Looks like Gary has something. He does lay down the fives.
Joey just 3-betting here.
Thank you.
He's been all in all day. Now he just chooses to 3-bet here with the aces,
Right.
begging for a call.
That's what was interesting about that last hand too, where Anthony had the kings. Is he decides to go all in with quite a bit more than Joey had. I think with a deeper stack, he would find sometimes that he could raise this type of 3-bet size.
Gonna lay it down, and Joey's. I think everybody says, okay, you're going all in 17 times in a row. Now you just min click. Warning, warning.
That's definitely something to pay attention to.
Noah says, my 40th birthday is coming up later this month, and I think I might celebrate it at the lodge. Hey, we'd love to have you. If you come in and I'm here, let me know, please. As the official ambassador for the lodge, I always like to greet new members. Say hello.
Smaller.
All in for Peter with 10-4 with just 2.8 million chips. All Pure goes all in with his Gretzky hand, and this is for Peter's tournament life. He is already getting up. Peter needs some help.
Picks up a little bit more with a 4 at least.
Two
Oh
pairs. Sit
my
back down.
Goodness.
I mean, I want to go that far.
All Pure, who was running so hot last night.
6.
What a difference a day makes. And Peter, 10-4, good buddy.
That's a pretty good nickname for a hand. What's your favorite hand nickname, Rick?
Wow, favorite hand nickname. That's a good question. I would have to say, well, there's some interesting. I like the Doyle. I like old school 10
Doyle.
deuce.
You're a Doyle or a Dolly Parton kind of guy.
Dolly 9-5.
Yeah, that's
Dolly Parton.
those are good choices.
Ladies, cowboys. I mean, there's the sailboats I like. Crabs.
There's so many.
There's so many.
Yeah, I would. If I had to guess, I would have pitted you for crabs. That would have been my guess.
Crabs probably, or the Robbie. How about that? The Robbie.
Robbie's good. I don't play it very often.
All Pure has to steady the ship. He was way ahead there. And he's going to decide he wants to get it back right here in position on the button, raises to 2.3 million. Peter just got those chips. He was literally up out of his seat, ready to go back to San Antonio.
And now I really like, so the sizing that All Pure used earlier, where he went to the 2.2 or 2.3 size at the 600 level just a few hands ago, seemed quite big when he's out of position, but when it folds to him on the button now, especially with these two players behind, and at 800K now, I think that the 2.3 size becomes quite profitable. He gets the folds with ace-2 off, so we don't like having a deuce in our hand and going to flop, so that's exactly the result he wanted.
Over 1,350 folks watching from all over the world. We do a little bit of everything on the Lodge live stream. We do everything from low stakes, mid stakes, and high stakes cash games. We do a lot of tournaments. We do PLO, heads up. That's why people like it so much. Judd all in, ace jack offsuit with
Five and a
about
half
seven,
million.
about 7 bigs.
Yeah. Anytime he sees an ace when it's folded to him, I think he's going to be trying to put chips in.
The story of the day so far is CryptoMax, who came to the table with 3.7 million chips, which was the short stack coming in today, which was about 5 big blinds to start the day. And all of a sudden, he finds himself with a commanding chip lead. Over 20 bigs now. All in from Peter.
Need a count, please.
King 4, and looks like CryptoMax is asking for a count in the big blind with Queen Deuce.
Yeah, I think CryptoMax has figured out he has a commanding chip lead at this point. I think that this would be quite the blunder to call off, especially against Peter, as we've watched him play so far. He does make the fold,
Go is suited.
but at least good on Max, taking the time, find out how much it is, take a second thought. Sometimes you see those bad hands and you just want to put them in the muck, but that's not always the best answer.
Peter sitting at about 6 big blinds. You know, having a hand where you literally are up, taking your microphone off, ready to go out the door, and then rivering madness is it's almost like you're on house money right now. You whatever happens now.
Well, that's the old trick, Rick, is you have the backpack on the back of your chair, and when you get it all in and you're behind, you stand up, put the backpack on, start walking away from the table, and somehow you always end up winning.
Yeah. All in for CryptoMax, ace-9 offsuit. And Gary's going to make the call
Yeah, it's
with
pretty reasonable. A king 3 off. He's got a king.
About 6 big blinds, 7 big blinds.
Pretty reasonable call here. No help for Gary yet. Needs a 7, 9, ace.
It's over.
Hey.
CryptoMax will take all of Gary's chip, and Gary
Oh, I apologize. I was thinking of Crypto's hand.
is going to walk out of here with $17,377. And we're down to 6. Everyone's locked up $20,951, but who's going to win the $103,638 plus a beautiful trophy? One of these 6 players is going to be have a $103,000 to deposit. I'd like to deposit $103,000, please. I'd love to say that to my bank.
It's a fun time.
The fine folks at Austin Telco Federal Credit Union.
That is a fun time.
I see Brendan Kaufman in chat. How you doing? Looks like an all-in and a call. It is going fast and furious. Joey with the tanks. Peter with the sailboats. Graphics just now catching up. Hand number 54. This is for Peter's tournament life.
Two overs. You have 2 overs?
Just one.
Yeah, Joey been so aggressive today and now finds himself in a very good spot to pick up.
Fold the winner.
Looking for a black sailboat.
At an ace.
All the chips.
Does not come. And Peter is eliminated. Peter did end up laddering up.
Good game.
He was almost out the door, and he made several $1,000s.
Yeah, that's a good feeling for sure.
And we have our next elimination. We're sitting. Peter's going to walk out of here with 20,951. And look at CryptoMax taking a step up the ladder. Another rung up the ladder for CryptoMax.
He's looking at the clock right now, looking at the payouts. And he's like, wow.
26,000. Everybody's locked up. 5 remain. And OG Lisa dealing some heat.
Both her and Anastasia have been on fire tonight. Oh, Max, very playable king queen suited. And Judd goes all in, pocket threes, and I think we're gonna see Max call this one off.
Could Max knock out another player? He's got suited Broadway cards.
It's a very good hand here.
Got 22 million chips.
He also has the thought in the back of his mind, but he does make the call. Thought in the back of his mind that is Judd
Race.
only shoving like
King, queen suited.
ace high, ace jack, ace queen, ace king. Those type of hands. They're gonna flip.
CryptoMax.
The king. Again, the king.
King River. The River King. Looking for a crab. Does not come. And CryptoMax is destroying this table. He's got 30 million chips, folks. There's only 71 million in play.
Very good play.
CryptoMax cannot be stopped.
It seems he can do no wrong so far.
Yeah. Same.
I need to peek.
Same.
but
Same.
Can we like agree to?
Nope. That's why
Wow, it's a big pay jump right there. $8,000 pay jump.
Everybody's locked up 34,000.
Next level thinking.
We're about 26 minutes from the players taking a break. CryptoMax, the youngster from the University of North Carolina, that's where he went to school. He is about 5'8", but with the hair,
Make a little bit more.
he's 6'1". He's got that high hair.
Good guys versus the world here, huh?
How much product do you think CryptoMax uses, or do you think it's just natural?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Man, this is, he came to the final table mixing as the big time short stack. He had like 6 big blinds to start the day.
Well, it should be a lesson for everybody in chat that just because you are down, you are not
Queen 6.
out.
That's your friend's favorite hand.
That's my friend's favorite hand. And he's the biggest.
There it
CryptoMax,
is.
38 big blinds. Now, all right, so now he's got a commanding chip lead. What do you do with these chips?
He's calling me a
I
nit.
think in this spot,
Saying how could you?
we're probably going to be raising most of our hands because there's 2 players that are short but even effectively, right? you have All Pure and Anthony sitting practically even. They both should be only wanting to get involved in pots where they have very nutted hands. And see, he's already starting off with a raise here, and four-handed with his stack. He very well may dominate this table. But those other two stacks, the other two short stacks that are effectively even, are both trying to not be the one that busts. So
$12,000 pay jump between
Exactly.
third and fourth.
exactly. Do you want to be the one that misses out on $12,000? No. So it's very tough for them to use the bottom of their ranges to be calling and putting chips in pots. And Max wins that pot with a walk.
Folks, I'm going to ask you, I know you're having fun. Help us out right now. There's 1,400 in chat. Let's get all 1,400 people to hit that thumbs up on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get many more likes here. Also, subscribe to our channel. Sitting at 220,000 subscribers. We will promise to bring it strong every show. Crypto Max again with Big Slick.
Four, five.
Gonna raise here with Big Slick. Gonna 3-bet to 4.5 million. Back to Joey, and Joey says, I give. Crypto Max now approaching over 36 million chips. He's got more than half the chips in play.
And what a incredible spot to be in. Yeah, it's nice when you have that type of stack and you can raise relentlessly and really punish these guys. But when you have that type of stack and then have a hand like Ace King, makes it very easy. Anthony with 7-6 suited in the big blind. And that dynamic I was talking about with him being even in chips, basically with all pure, is playing into his mind right now. Does he want to defend a defendable hand, or does he want to just move on and hope for better soon?
That's it.
Lays it down. Hopes for better soon.
Please don't be small. Please don't be small by again.
Slick Rick and Mixin Poker in the bunker for this final table. 4 remain.
Yeah, and again, as always, I want to commend all the staff at the lodge putting this tournament on, all the dealers, all the floor staff, cage staff, front desk, everybody doing such a great job. All the servers doing such a great job going to and from tables all over the room.
Yeah, if you're a server at Odds Bar and Bistro, you walk a lot of steps throughout your shift.
No doubt.
They don't need to join a gym. They just need to, hey, if you want to lose weight, come be a server at Odds Bar and Bistro. You're going to get about 15,000 steps a night.
That's right. I bet more.
More.
I bet way more.
Joey just flops the joint.
Yeah, it's not a bad feeling right there. Max with not much, though. Checks back. Very good check back. And fortunately for Max, he does not turn any help
Joey can't afford to check anymore. No more trapping. 1.5 million. Crypto will get out of the way, and Joey says, missed opportunity right there. Shows the straight.
I will say, so far at this final table, the pace of play has been nice. Not been
Exactly.
any tanking.
It's like a tankless water heater. No tank.
Yeah, we have one of those.
I do too.
I don't
Love
know
it.
I love it when it's good.
I mean, I came from a house for 25 years that had a water heater, so I mean, having unlimited hot water is
That part is nice.
is the thing.
It's not very fun when you lose power.
Oh well, that's never fun for anything. Anthony with Big Slick. Seen Big Slick a lot today.
He has a decision here. He can definitely decide to just put in a raise, but probably going to go for the all-in amount. Yep, he does. Joey makes the easy fold with the dirty diaper, and Max 10-3-0. We might see these guys
I just get bored.
go back and forth a bit like this for a while.
25, 50, 1, 2. I don't know. Wanted to play this. Got bored.
Players finished last night about 10:45 p.m.
Wow, that's early.
And yeah, it was going quick, and they came back 2:15 Central. So if you could get sleep, if you're in the final table, I don't know how
It's
much
tough.
sleep you're getting.
It's tough.
Good luck, boys.
Anthony
All
shoves
in,
the
and Joey
queen
with
eight.
the bullets.
Here we go.
This is for Anthony's tournament life.
He needs a lot of help. I think he's going to flop 2 clubs here.
Biggest pot of the day, 21.8 million.
Not as much help as he needed.
5 of clubs.
A 6.
6 of clubs.
That's it.
No 6.
There's
That's
the
all.
wheel for Joey, and
Great playing.
Anthony
Good game, bro.
is going to be eliminated in 4th place,
What do you guys think, even chop?
What was that? Oh, ciao.
and he will walk out of here with $34,633. Now everyone's locked up 46,891. Do we hear the C word?
No.
Still 8. Yeah.
I don't think so. The way Joey's been playing, we for sure don't hear it while All Pure has just under 6 million in chips, and Joey and Crypto Max have 30 million in chips. Come on.
All Pure in trouble with about 7 bigs.
Joey 10-9 suited gonna defend for sure. Yep.
It's interesting. Joey, by far and away today, the most aggressive player.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice when it works out for you. Joey gonna bluff with the best hand here. Yeah, Crypto Max and Joey really don't want to be playing huge pots with each other right now.
There you see it, folks. Joey now the chip leader as Safi, the chairmanator, removes yet another chair.
We're run hot.
Luck.
Thanks, man.
All Pure in a spot where he's looking to get his chips in, but he's not looking to have 6-3 offsuit when he does it.
All Pure is just simply saying, please, Joey and Crypto Max, get involved in Bloodbath.
Yeah, for sure.
Let
Ooh,
me ladder up one more time.
Crypto Max coming in with a very nice 3-bet here. Joey gonna make the call with the Queen Jack O. Very marginal hand to be playing a pot with.
Crypto with the open ender.
Joey just 2 overs. Decides to check it. I don't think Max is gonna let up after 3-betting.
Looks like he's going to fire 2 million into 8.8 million.
Small bet. Quarter pot effectively, and Joey with just queen high right now
Wow.
decides to make a move against him. So both players not wanting to play against each other and trying to take the lead against each other, and it works out for Joey this time.
Joey now with 40 million chips.
Yeah, Max does not like seeing that raise at all. But it's really hard to play against that. I mean, he has an open ender with just king high, but with the added pressure from All Pure just having 7 big blinds right now, it does not feel very comfortable to be putting a lot more chips in that pot.
All in. Joey. Out of the 66 hands, Joey's been all in about 10. And here it is. All Pure says, this is my time.
Yeah, it's
Basically a flip.
great spot for him. Yeah, it's a flip. 2 overs and versus the pair.
All Pure looking for some help.
There's an
That's
8.
the 8.
Well, we might have a very different dynamic in just a moment.
No duck. So there's the boat for All Pure. And he's
Wow.
going to win a 10.7 million chip pot. And look at this.
3-2-1.
Yeah,
That's what I see.
exactly.
In my mind, it's
Next time it's going to cost you more.
Next time I'm not going to. There will not be a next time with the deuce. Nice hand.
Thanks, man.
All Pure. Been playing for 14 years, like, as we mentioned, owns a boutique staffing agency.
In my head, it looked like a good show.
Yes, I did.
The flop, it didn't look great.
Love the flop.
I mean, all 3 of these players need to be smiling because each one of them is guaranteed $46,891. Prize pool for this tournament was $706,000 total. The reason why it's showing $599 is because there were some day 1 payouts, and the chip leader that started day 2 got a $3,500 bonus. That was a nice little touch there.
who was
So-
the chip leader, Rick? I don't know if I saw who that was.
I do not know who won the $3,500 bonus, but $706,000 was the total prize pool. 2,882 entries, each paying $300. Top 5% in each one of the close to 30 flights bagged for day 2.
It's tough to make the top 5% in a tournament.
Yes. Do you prefer to play flights that have a lot of people or a fewer amount of people?
I think in my own experience, it has made 0 difference
There you go.
whether or not
5% is 5%.
whether or not there's a lot or a little. I've bagged big bags in small fields, and I've bagged small bags in big fields, and vice versa.
How much do you have behind?
The important thing is taking chips to day 2 and playing from that point.
Joey with Queen Jack and all the chips in the world. 2.9 million to call in the small blind. He will lay it down.
Yeah, we just saw him play the Queen Jack off against Max
Did I snap it?
pretty aggressively.
Freedom Cornhole Organization says, we can't wait to finally get to the lodge. Well, we can't wait till you get here either. Mason Baker says, me and a buddy will be there in July for a weekend, ready for some tourneys and cash games. Let's go ahead and hear from our stream sponsor, Club WPT Gold. Do you want to play in a free roll tournament with $1 million in prizes up for grabs? Club WPT Gold is giving away 1,000 tickets to their 1 million Sweeps Coins Gold Rush free roll. If you want in on the action, sign up for Club WPT Gold with code LODGE. Gold Rush ticket free rolls will be running every day from May 18th through July 6th. The sooner you sign up, the more chances you'll have to win a coveted ticket. Head over to clubwptgold.com and sign up with code LODGE today.
Also, like not needing because at the same time I'm trying to focus.
Right.
Go to clubwptgold.com today and sign up using code LODGE. Tell them Slick Rick sent you.
What are you playing exactly?
They won't ask, but
It's a bunch.
tell them anyways.
Let's see. It's like just under 15.
Chip values, the candy cane chips, the oversized ones that Max just threw in, those are 1 million. The purple oversized chips are 500,000. Red chips are 100,000, and the sky blue are 25,000. I think at the break they're going to get rid of those sky blue chips.
Was the jam getting through?
I'm not sure. I have a good hand.
It's a yes or no question. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's think about it.
I'm just teasing. It was highlighted in green in the wizard. Cool.
Pair for all pure. Goes check, check. Got folks from Austria, Tennessee, Portland, South Yorkshire, England, Nacogdoches, Texas, Round Rock, San Antonio, Wisconsin, Northern Ireland, Johannesburg, South Africa. Marcelo, how you doing down there in South Africa? Appreciate everybody tuning in today. We're minutes away from these players taking a break. You will not be taking a break because you don't want to. I don't want to. Well, I do want to. I want to take a break. You don't, though. Here comes a raise. Joey 3-betting, and we'll take it down. And we'll go to hand number 72. 10 right in the window for all pure.
All right.
All in for all pure. That should get it done.
Thank you.
CryptoMax quickly folds.
Thank you. Still 8 minutes away? What do we got?
Yeah, I feel good. 3. What level did we start at today? 5?
Yeah.
All pure starting to heat up now. This time he's got ace queen. He goes all in. And Joey's going to ask for a count. Joey with a 3-1 chip lead over all pure.
It's going to be a full double this time.
$15.5.
So
What are you playing? 2, 3.
There's the lay down. And all pure starting to accumulate chips.
thank you.
And he's
Thank you.
about tied with CryptoMax. We're about a minute and a half. This could be the last hand before the players go on break. Next blind levels will be 500,000, 1 million, 1 million. And look at this, all pure. This last orbit and a half, it's gotten some hands. Ace King raises 3.5 million. CryptoMax and Joey says, let's get to break already. All pure starting to heat up. Let's cool them off a little bit.
8.
CryptoMax is going to raise here. And there's the all in from all pure. CryptoMax with an oops moment. A little oops from CryptoMax.
Gotcha.
18,650,000.
18,650.
10, 16.
This would basically be for all of CryptoMax's chips. He does not.
Boy, you dodged it.
So all pure now with 27.8 million. What a run. The last 3 or 4 orbits for all pure. He was definitely a big time short stack between the 3, and now he's second in chips. Players are on break. You will not have to go to. Let me fire up the flux capacitor. On the count of 3, we will see you back in just a few minutes. 1, 2.
He's worldwide.
3. And there you go, folks. The flux capacitor flying through time. Blinds are now 500,000, 1 million, 1 million. We are down to 3 players. There you see it. Joey, the chip leader, 32.5 million, all pure. 27.8, and Crypto Max, who had the chip lead for about 20 minutes, is the short stack with about 11 big blinds. And Crypto Max goes all in with the
My
Ducks.
fault. I'll show you that respect.
Every three
8-3.
hands, you're putting
Trade.
2.5 million of your chips in play.
It's probably good too.
Appreciate everybody joining us today. Down to 3.
Did we get up to that mark?
Players next break in 2 hours.
He's working his way to it.
Yeah. 2 million away.
Say it's cool government name, too.
Race.
So they've gotten rid of the sky blue chips. We've got 3 chip colors on the table. The candy canes, those are 1 million. The purple chips are 500,000, and the red ones are 100,000. No more sky blue chips. Don't need them. There's the 7 for Joey. Right before break, All Pure was on a run. Everybody's locked up $46,891. Joey today, far and away the most aggressive player at the table. Each of these players have had their runs. It just matters who has the best run when it matters most. All in from Crypto Max with Ace Jack offsuit for 11 million. 11 bigs.
Like 11-ish.
Joey with half the chips in play. We'll lay it down. Hand number 78. The stream is on throughout our club, and I've heard from around the country that it's on many poker rooms around the country. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Poker at the Lodge recently won the fan favorite live stream from the Global Poker Awards. Couldn't have won that award without the fine people who are fans of the show. And thank you again. Skull and I went out there in February to accept that award on behalf of the live stream. Crypto Max raised the 2.5 million, and All Pure with Ace 10 suited, gonna put it all in. Crypto Max with a decision with his Queen 10. Whether he wants to die with that.
Thank you.
He does not. Joey with queen 9 suited is going to raise it to 4.5 million. CryptoMax gets out of the way. CryptoMax hoping that these two get involved so he could ladder up. They do not. Joey will take that down. Joey now with half the chips in play, 36 million. A little over 71 million chips in play, 2,882 entries, each paying $300. There were over 20 flights at the Lodge Card Club Austin, another 9 flights in Lodge Card Club San Antonio. All in. CryptoMax with the pocket 5s. We'll take it down. Still waiting to see a flop. Sometimes that happens in tournaments. Big shout out to our dealers today. The pride of Ukraine, Anastasia, and OG Lisa. We have some amazing dealers here at our club. Not gonna lie. I was just out in Vegas, and let me tell you, no offense to anybody out there, but our dealers are amazing. Couple diamonds for All Pure. Squadouche for Joey. CryptoMax is all in with Queen 10, dominated here by Joey. CryptoMax needs some help. There's the 10, the man will not die. CryptoMax.
Now we can discuss.
Uh-oh. They want to discuss a chop now with everyone very close to each other in chips.
12, you said?
And we may have a chop discussion. CryptoMax now the chip leader.
ICM is at this point.
So they're going to ask for an ICM, which is going to be done by the floor. They'll do some calculations to see what each person would get. And while we do that, we're going to use our flux capacitor so we don't have to sit here and wait until that's done. So I'm going to use the flux capacitor. When we come back, we will find out what the ICM chop will be. Hold on, folks. On the count of 3, we'll be back. 1, 2,
For you.
3. And let's listen in to what the chop is.
21,700,000. So you would get 72,359. Max would get 75,827, and then 74,728.
Sweet, I love it. Let's do it.
So everybody over 72 million, 72,000.
All right, congratulations, guys.
So they've decided to chop,
That's what we're hoping to do.
but they're going to have to play for the trophy.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, we got to withhold 10% if we're going to continue to play.
I'll even you guys out and take the trophy. I don't know.
What's that?
I don't want to withhold the 10%.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is if they do decide to chop, the club,
$1,000 each for you guys.
the live stream, we asked them to play for at least 10% So they take 10% out and the trophy and play for that and the trophy.
So 10% of 210 they would withhold to play for the
It would
trophy?
be withholding 20K. Would be,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
20K to hold on to the trophy?
I don't want to play, so we're just flipping for 20, essentially.
Yeah.
So it'd be, yeah, you guys would each get about even chop would be what, 74,304?
You would lose a little bit.
So
So what you're proposing is just an even shop and you take the trophy?
Yeah, I was hoping you got more money, though, but you don't.
Or we can withhold 10% and play.
I'd rather not withhold the 10.
No, I definitely don't want to hold a 10.
Let me
The
think.
variance on this is insane.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's 70 bigs in play.
so players don't want to
I can give...
play for the
each of you
10% in the
500
trophy.
to get the trophy.
They're trying to work out a deal here.
You won't make 500 more. Yeah. And then we're not playing for...
Max really wants the trophy.
Give it off the stack at the end.
What would be the new total? What
You would be at
74?
75.
So you would be 500 more, so yeah, 75, 228.
Mm.
I'd be down to 74, 827.
You don't want to just give me the trophy?
I kind of
I know, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Nobody's asking Joey if he wants the trophy.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Cool.
All right, so a deal has been made.
All right, we have a deal.
Great.
So CryptoMax is going to get the trophy,
Great tournament, man. Way to bounce.
and that will do it,
That was a
folks.
swingy. That is a pleasure, man.
CryptoMax, I think All Pure is going to get about 75,000. He will get slightly more than CryptoMax. All Pure will get 75,000. CryptoMax will get 74,000 and the trophy, and then Joey will get the remainder. I think 73,000. Folks, it has been a lot of fun. We finished early. I want to thank the Pitmaster General mixing it up for joining me in the bunker today. I want to thank all of the production crew who is the best in the business, all the employees here at the lodge, from the front counter to the cage, to all the dealers and the people over at Odds Bar and Bistro. But mostly, I want to thank the fine people of Chatsville. That means you, and most especially you. We'll be back later on this week for more episodes of Poker at the Lodge. Congratulations to CryptoMax taking it home. Take care, everybody.